Burslem, Stoke-on-Trent, claiming the name Mother of the Potteries in the 17th century, birthplace of the illustrious Josiah Wedgwood and the Burslem witch Molly Leigh. We're going to be looking into the life of Molly Leigh and why to this day her reputation still echoes through time. She wouldn't recognise it as it was today. The closest we can glimpse is the second town hall. Erected in 1857, 109 years after Molly's death. But an illustration of the first town hall, erected in 1761, 13 years after Molly's death, can give us a meagre impression. Molly was born in 1685 and lived near what would have been moorlands on the outskirts of Burslem. The cottage at Burslem where Molly lived was still standing around 130 years ago. It dated back to the mid-16th century. It stood in the Jackfield, now known as Hamel Grange. In her garden was a bush, which the community believed had never blossomed, and her pet blackbird was to be found. Over time, many stories have coursed through time about Molly. What we do know though was that she earned a living selling milk in the town, although she was constantly accused of watering it down. Her parents died when she was young and she lived alone with no friends. Some local stories, however, suggest she was a nice woman who helped to heal people by concocting medicines. The date Molly was acclaimed a witch may never be known, but it was Parson Spencer, rector of St John's Church in Burslem, that accused her of rarely attending church and declared her a witch. One story is that Spencer was a regular at the Turk's Head. Molly's blackbird appeared there one day, and immediately after, the beer in the pub turned sour. Spencer then shot the bird, which flew away unhurt. For the next few weeks, Spencer was bedridden with horrific stomach pains. Another version of the story says that Spencer spent the next couple of weeks hopelessly drunk due to a spell. Molly Leigh died in 1748 at the age of 63, although some say it was 1746. Spencer laid her to rest here at St John's churchyard. The grave can still be seen here to this day. After she was laid to rest, everybody went to the Turk's Head for a drink. Feeling brave with Dutch courage, they decided to explore Molly's cottage. As the story goes, Spencer walked into the living room and saw Molly sitting in her armchair by the fire. In an attempt to rest her spirit, the church clock struck 1 AM. Molly's grave was reopened. A live blackbird was placed inside, the lid fixed, and the grave was turned north to south. To this day you can see the grave does not face the same direction as all the others. Many graves in the same graveyard over the years have been dug up and relocated. Molly's, however, in a play it safe scenario, has remained undisturbed. Stories today are more conventional for our century. One goes that if you dance around her grave singing Molly Leigh, chase me round the apple tree, on Halloween night, she will awaken and haunt you, or appear in her armchair. Was Molly really a witch, or a lonely woman targeted by the community?